Welcome to the High School Huddle. My name is Brandon Chapman. I'm joined by Ryan Aber. He's the lead prep writer for the Oklahoman. And it's been a great year in high school athletics. So let's review some of the best moments and best performances of the year. Ryan, who did you feel like was the best team in any sport you saw all year?
Well, for their class, I'd say Heritage Hall football. They had Turner Peterson, a Rice signee, playing quarterback, playing in the defensive backfield. They had Barry Sanders Jr., a name we all know, in the backfield, a sophomore doing great things. They had a couple great receivers, just an overall good defense. And for their class, I would say they were the best team that I saw this year in any sport.
Yeah, they were pretty dominating. When you look at some of the best individual performances of the year, which one stands out?
Well, the one that really stands out to me is Xavier Henry against PC North. PC North had a couple of kids who decided to make the move from PC. They got a little mouthy with Xavier early in that game. He had a tough first quarter, comes out in the second quarter and scores, I believe, 22 or 23 points in 8 minutes of the game, and just dominant. That was not long after he returned from an injury that kept him out most of the first part of the year.
Well, there were lots of really exciting games, lots of really exciting finishes this year. Which one did you feel like was the best game you saw all year?
I think for me it was the Class 5A second-round playoff football game between Guthrie and Booker T. Washington. This is a game we were both at. Really tight game back and forth the whole way. They ended up going into overtime. We had a field goal that I think is still drawing arguments over whether it was good or not, that wound up being called not good. Booker T comes back and wins the game on a fourth down play where they're able to score in, I believe, the second overtime. And just a great matchup, especially that early in the playoffs, to see two teams of that caliber face off.
Well, there's obviously a lot of great athletes in the state. I mean, Xavier Henry's one of the best basketball players in the nation. But who did you feel like was the best overall athlete?
Well, I'd have to stick with Guthrie and go with Dante Foster. I mean, we saw pretty much my two most memorable plays of the year came from Dante. One of them was in the very first game of the football season. They're playing against McGinnis. He leaps up and makes a one-handed grab of a pass that wasn't that well thrown and pulls it down. And then in the Carl Albert basketball tournament, he just flips one over his head with very little time remaining there in I believe the first quarter. And just an unbelievable play. I think you were there, I was there. I didn't realize what happened until I watched the video of it because it just happened so fast. But and then obviously a dominant performance in track as well when he decided to come out for that. So for his excellence across those three sports, I'd have to say Dante Foster.
Yeah, all-stater in all three. You really can't beat that. Well, go ahead and tell me, who was the most surprising state champion for you this year?
Well, I think for me, I go to Class A baseball in Soper. This is a team that lost their coach halfway through the season, basically walked out on them in the middle of a game, and left, I believe, a 22 or 23-year-old coach in charge. First year out of college, Thomas Carpino takes control of that team and builds them up, and they ended up making a run through the Class A state tournament and beating Verdon. And retiring coach Roy Edwards, who'd been there forever and still looking for his first state title, and isn't able to get that. But just amazed at the way that Soper came through, and that was their first state title in any sport for that school.
All right. Well, it was a great year in the high school athletics. Tell me one thing to kind of look forward to next year that you're looking forward to.
Well, I think the big thing I look forward to is in football right off the bat. It's not Jinx or Union, not Guthrie, McGinnis, any of that stuff. Let's go all the way down to Class C, Shattuck. Shattuck has a chance this year to break Morrison's winning streak record. They could go over 90 if they keep making a run, and just would be an amazing accomplishment if they're able to do that.
All right, Ryan. Well, we appreciate your expertise. Continue to check newsok.com and the Oklahoman as we continue to provide the best high school coverage in the state.
Let's see it.